What is up, party people? Happy Thursday. You're listening to the Walter and PK Show on AMN Radio, AM 1540 Radio Korea. I am Walter Hong, and sitting across from me is...
P to the K. What's up, Walter Young?
Nothing much, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for dinner tonight earlier.
Oh, you're welcome. It's because I lost the bet.
Parks Barbecue and Clippers had a better record last year. What's up?
No one cares about the Clippers.
We gotta do another bet this year again.
We may. It really depends on who the Lakers get.
Chris Kim and Nick Young. Good luck, you guys.
Nick Young, that's the shooting guard I was talking about earlier. Nick Young from the University of Southern California, great school.
Defense, all offense.
Oh, we don't need defense. Kobe doesn't play defense. We're okay. But we're going to jump right into our special guest right now because he apparently has like a job that he has to get to, whatever. We have special comedian, like special short bus person comedian, Ian Edwards.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Let's see. Let's list his credits. He's a stand-up comedian.
Right.
He's a writer.
Uh-huh.
He has his own podcast.
Doing good so far.
Yes, and he was also on Punk'd.
Yeah.
Was it the third season of Punk'd? Second season?
Fifth season.
Fifth season. Oh, so it was on its decline. I think at that.
Yeah.
Writer for Boondocks.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to have dreadlocks.
Right, but that's not a credit. That's just.
Well, I think
It's
for
just
us
something I
it's a
used to use to get,
I first saw him on Def Comedy
Girls.
Jam. Yeah.
That's when he had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your dreadlocks were like your Samson, dude. Like they were your hair, your power.
What are you talking about, Personally, I think the show should be named the PK and Walter Show, but that's just me. I don't
Thank you very much.
What's your podcast called? Why don't you let everyone know?
The Preposterous Sessions.
The Preposterous, and it's not just you.
No, it's not just me. It's me and Zara Mizrahi.
Okay.
We had Zara in here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think she told me.
Yeah, we like Jewish people too.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's because you like people.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But she's okay though, because she's good looking.
Yeah.
Like if she wasn't, then I'm not sure I'd like her as much. I think.
I mean, and I do a podcast with her. What do you want me to say to her when I see her today? What do you tell me?
There's a lot of hot female comedians now. Zara's definitely in that group.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there are like a lot of young female comics.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to be good. I'm just trying to focus though. So.
Oh, is that you're trying to focus on your craft?
Yeah,
but they distract.
Yeah, man.
I
got no, I got no time to get a young female comic pregnant.
No. Could you imagine? Like, hey, dude, I heard Ian's taking a break. Why? Well,
Yeah.
I'm taking a break from getting young female comics pregnant.
Yeah. Which I think the biggest group that will thank you are the young female comics. I think. All right. Well, we're going to jump into today's topic.
I guess I should mention this. I write on Two Broke Girls.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Which but the reason why I mention it, you have like Chinese listeners.
Yeah. We have a few Chinese listeners, and there's that.
This is just all Korean.
No, there's just Chinese.
We have some Chinese.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest show in China besides, I think, Big Brother.
Wow. Is it because of Matthew Moy?
I don't know.
He's the guy.
The Han.
Han.
Yeah,
but
I met Matt today. Yeah. For the first time we had a.
Are you good?
We had a
eye level
run through.
Were you guys at eye level?
No.
Because Matthew Moy is Chinese.
Right.
But he plays a Korean guy. Right?
Does that burn you up?
It does, because his accent is horrible.
And then he plays it kind of over stereotypical.
Yeah, like I don't mind him doing the accent. I actually champion that. But my thing is get a better Korean accent. And if he needs a dialect coach,
but that's the thing. White people can't tell, so they don't care. It's the same thing. Like you ever see a Jamaican, somebody playing a Jamaican. Like they don't care.
No.
Like I went in for years ago. I went in for a Jamaican Taco Bell commercial, and there's like, you don't sound Jamaican enough. And then they gave it to this American dude that didn't sound Jamaican at all.
Yeah.
And he was more authentic to them. Like, just as long as you don't sound American, they just go with whatever they think.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Congratulations on Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
I hope you turn that show around and make it funny.
What am I supposed to say to you now?
You're supposed to say yes. I will.
The show's fine, man. The show's fun.
And this is
some funny people in that room, man.
There are.
All of them are. Yeah.
There's a stereotype that the Jamaicans always have like 5-6 jobs, and you're always hustling and grinding.
I got 2 jobs right now.
Oh, okay.
So you're kind of failing.
Shit! Speaking of
hey!
Sorry.
Why is it that every black person that comes on? Do you guys like have a memo outside?
So I write on Black Dynamite. And it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon on Adult Swim.
Okay.
And it's animated in Korea.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, like
Simpsons.
every Wednesday we go on Skype with these people from an animation
what do you mean
studio.
these people?
These Korean
It's like
people.
a sweatshop.
Yeah.
A cartoon sweatshop.
Yeah, and you can see them whipping the kids. Draw!
Is the company called Rough Draft?
It's called Moy.
Moy, okay.
Moy's, you know Moy's.
Because I used to work in animation.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. They send all their stuff to Korea.
And you
Yeah.
speak Korean?
I do. I do enough to get around.
Because sometimes, we have a Korean guy from over there.
Uh-huh.
His name is Young Yoon. You ever heard of Young Yoon? I heard he's.
I might
known-
know him.
He's
He's
like
black
directed
hair,
stuff.
slanted eyes.
Yeah. Somehow you kind of captured him exactly. Yeah. It's crazy.
Bad breath.
Crazy guess.
They actually do animation for Simpsons.
Yeah.
A lot of the Simpsons. And
Rough Draft is actually the company that does The Simpsons.
Yeah.
They're the company that does that.
Right.
So that's nice, dude. So you write for Black Diamond and Two Broke Girls.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must be
So
nice.
I got a lot of Asian connections. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it must be nice, man. I like how you fit, like, you filled the hole for the minority writer on those shows. That's awesome. Because, like, are you the only minority writer on both those shows?
No.
Well, Black Dynamite sounds like it's all black
It's
people.
all black.
Yeah. But Two Broke Girls, I feel like you might be the only minority.
And Two Broke Girls is weird because there's maybe, I'm trying to count the women. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women.
Wow. Well, because Whitney runs the room. Does she run the room?
No, she's not there.
Oh, she's not even there.
No, she's not there. So there's 6 women. The main guy, executive, is this gay white guy.
Uh-huh.
Then there's Patrick. He's a white guy, white straight guy. And then there's Sonny. He's an Asian guy. He's a Korean, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Yeah, Sonny's
At what
Korean.
level? What level?
I don't know. He's been there 3 years.
So he's
So
probably-
you should look up the
He's
credits.
probably
and
executive
try to
story
get it.
editor or co-producer.
Yeah. So Sonny's Korean.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. You're pretty shocked
And
that I know
and he
about that.
taught the Chinese guy his Korean accent that you don't
Did
like.
he really? Well,
No,
he's horrible.
no.
Yeah, if he needs a dialect coach, you let me know. I'll work for half the union rate to help him out.
I don't think there's a rate.
I think there is for dialect coaching.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Ian's down for the craze. He also has a Samsung Galaxy.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, with the Korean. So I get that, and I'm filming with my iPhone.
Yeah, Ian loves that. You love that phone, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
love. I
famous
think
boss, baby.
I was there when you just got it too. I think.
Yeah, but then
You didn't know how to use it because you hadn't read the manual yet. No, because we had seen
hadn't
each
read
other.
the manual. You said it like I was gonna read it.
Yeah, I did. I
Still
know.
haven't.
That's my mistake, people.
Yeah.
I assumed that he would read it like
No.
proper people do, but
No,
whatever.
I think you read it.
I probably
It's
read
either
it.
you're a nerd or it's because you're Asian.
Yeah,
Oh,
it might be a little bit of both.
I don't think
It's
people don't
you
really
know,
read that
I'm gonna admit something to everyone. I have 3 4-inch binders, full of all my manuals in
Are you
alphabetical order.
serious?
Yeah.
That's so you all
You
day.
even
Yeah.
blew another Asian.
Yeah.
What in
so-
the world? Wait, you read all your manuals?
I read all my manuals from cover to cover.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
and I have
That's
binders.
so you.
I swear, I promise. I have.
That's so nerdy, man.
I will. If you don't believe
So
it, I will take a
nerdy.
picture and
I
text it to you
believe-
later
but
tonight.
Why?
Because
Why?
here's the thing. Let's say something breaks and you need to do some maintenance. You have to troubleshoot.
You complain to the company and send it to them and let them fix it.
And then how do you know the phone number for the company? Like, where do you get the phone number? I just go to my binder.
Yeah,
I go
it's
to my
on- it's on-
binder.
it's on-
There's
online.
this thing called internet.
It's
Right?
online.
But sometimes they don't put. Sometimes they don't upload. Some companies don't upload the manuals.
How about your car manual? You read the whole thing?
Oh, I read it cover to cover.
Cover to cover?
Yeah.
Serious?
I read cover to cover. Even if it's not my car, if it's my parents' car, I read it cover to cover. Because they're the ones that ask me, like, oh, this happened. What do I do?
That's because they know you read it. If you didn't read it,
Yeah.
they wouldn't ask you
But
nothing.
they'll still ask. I read everything. It started. I think it was with our first VCR when I was in 2nd grade. I read the manual cover to cover.
Damn.
I know, Ian, that's surprising because I knew how to read in 2nd grade, but no, that's the
I just
thing.
warned that was late.
So, okay, let's jump into today's topic. I don't know if you guys heard this today. Sanjay Gupta. If you guys know him,
yeah.
he's a surgeon. I'm going to quote this. He apologized Wednesday for publicly opposing marijuana legalization, saying there was no scientific basis to claim marijuana had no medical benefits. And he says, I think we have been terribly and systematically misled in this country for some time. And I did part of that misleading, he said. So, Ian, like, with any of us, without divulging anything, whether you utilize tree or not utilize tree.
I know, but I'm not against it.
Okay, yeah, I'm the same way. I think we're probably in the same boat. I've never used
You
it.
both have never?
I don't know if
No,
he...
I've used it,
Oh,
but
okay.
I've never.
Experienced it. It didn't really make me high, and I didn't like taking something out of another dude's mouth and putting it in my mouth.
So simple.
Right now, I'm in
and
disbelief.
true.
I'm in
No,
disbelief
it's so simple.
that that's the case.
I
but
know, but like, oh man, that's so wild.
That's the part about weed that Walter misses.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I want to smoke weed. I mean,
yeah.
it's because of that. Hey, can I just share with that? You know.
Oh my god. Now I can't even, cause I smoke, and next time I do that,
That's
I'm gonna be
hilarious.
thinking of that.
Aren't you like a preacher or something?
Yeah, no, preacher's kid. Preacher?
Oh.
I'm not a preacher. Preacher's kid, a bad preacher's kid.
Right.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good point though. Next time you do smoke, and
Okay.
you know, because what's the thing? Like everyone says,
Oh.
you know, the number one thing that smokers say is like, here, right? And then so you're gonna be thinking, man,
Yeah.
this was just in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I gotta have a girl.
Joy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know about all that because you know, but
Song Young said I don't say smoke. So I don't smoke.
No.
I blaze.
so
Sounds more respectable.
Ian and I are probably in the same position. Like we don't partake, but we both support. Do you support the legalization?
No, I don't have the time to support it, but I,
Well, because you're a writer on 2 shows.
yeah. And even if I'm lazy. Like, there's no way.
So you're lazy
but
without the tree.
Without the tree. So, like, I'm not against it. I hope it gets legalized. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
but I can't like run around and.
See,
Like,
I
wave
run
a flag.
around. If they asked me to help out with legislation, I would totally help out with it.
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
I think what happened the last election where it
Election.
didn't pass, it's because they didn't have the infrastructure supporting
Right.
the legalization.
Very
Because there was a lot of
open-minded
questions.
that you don't smoke, but then you support.
Yeah,
like-
because it's the gateway drug, whether people want to admit it or
No,
not.
so but you do support it though.
I do support the legalization of it because I don't believe the
So you
government.
really think it's a gateway drug?
I do believe it's a gateway drug, and I also believe the government can't take away something we already had because it was legal in the 20s, but because of one unfortunate incident,
What was the incident?
the incident was that someone was high and they murdered somebody,
What?
and the strong Christian right at the time
Had that
blamed
commercial
blamed
on,
tree.
They had that black and white commercial on with the guy beating his mother to death behind
Really?
the stove.
Yeah, but it wasn't a son beating up a mother, but it's that ad. It's those ads. They had huge propaganda back then, and then so they voted to make tree illegal
A friend of mine made a weed documentary and made me sit down and watch it. They haven't released it yet. Like,
because they're too lazy.
nah, it's what it is. But nah, they just want to get my opinion on it. And they had, like, it made me be more for weed. Like, because I had another friend who's against weed and talked about all the tests that they had. Like,
Yeah.
they used to test monkeys and stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But then in this documentary, it showed you why those tests were wrong.
Yeah.
They're basically suffocating the monkeys.
Yeah.
So of course you're not going to have all your senses and be a smart monkey.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of friends who their pet dogs love.
weed.
Yes, they come up to them, and I used to have a Maltipoo that loved
You used to have a what? I'm sorry.
a Maltipoo.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was very cute.
I can't believe you said that.
I know.
I had a Maltipoo.
You know nobody had to know that. Right?
Yeah, you could have lied and said I had a German Shepherd.
I'm married. I got 2 kids. I don't care. I'm getting mine. Are you two?
Or you
are
could have said it, your kid's multiple.
There you go. My
You said
kids,
my Maltipoo.
my kids Maltipoo love me.
And then, like, here's one of the things the proponents, the pros, I guess, of tree is that there's been no documented cases where someone's died of smoking tree.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas alcohol, you have alcohol poisoning, you have deaths related to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, because you and I don't smoke, but yet we're for it, and PK, you are a firm believer.
Firm believer
Yes.
and support legalization.
Yes. Yeah, I think, we're all in the same boat. But, like, I'll just take for the other end of not legalizing it is it does make people lazy. It dulls your senses, and I don't believe you can drive whilst high, even though I've never been high, so I don't really know. I can't say it firsthand. But you can't drive with it.
But does it dull your senses? Let me ask about it.
I mean,
Because I can't tell you.
It really makes you want to eat more. That's for sure. You know what? It has to be strict legalization because it's way too easy to get. Like I'm honestly,
yeah.
I have a card, and I said I have lower back pain. The doctor, quote unquote, the doctor that was giving the card to me was so high himself. I don't even know. He didn't even know where he was.
He
and
didn't even know he was giving you a card.
He was in like his eyes were so like Asian, and he was like and just gave you a card. I just had lower back pain, and then that was it. But for me, it was like my immediate families like, oh, okay, well that's safer. And that's the thing is all the police and everybody that's focusing on all this other, like on that kind of crime. They could be focused on other things, like instead of.
No, definitely,
Plus,
yeah.
the state needs the money.
Yeah, and you think about California, man. If we could fund all that back to education.
But you do, Pika, you do know that if and when they do legalize it, the taxes on it, like right now in New York, a pack of cigarettes is about $10 to $15 for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, they should legalize and tax it a lot.
But then what they have in New York right now is they have running rampant is underground fake cigarettes that have Marlboro packaging, but they're fake. And there's a whole illegal operation going on in New York with cigarettes. Don't you think the same thing will happen here? Like, well, they'll, instead of actual tree leaves, they'll put parsley in there or cilantro.
They do that now.
Yeah, they do that now.
Yeah.
But once the government regulates it and they tax it, I mean, you guys are gonna be paying up to Yahoo.
Yeah, but even I went to a rave back in the day, and we thought we were buying yeet, and it was like Advils, and we were just sitting there all night. I swear to God, we're like,
with no headaches.
Do you feel it?
I don't know why, but I just feel great.
We're like massaging each other for no reason.
But here's something that I do want to touch on is this is the part that scares me the most. It's the that they systematically misled us, which means that the medical community knew. They knew all along that there are no harmful effects in the sense of people dying and all that, but they systematically misled, meaning that they got together and they said, no, we're not going to allow the people to smoke tree anymore.
But this is, I mean, America does that with a lot of things.
Yes.
As much as I love this country, they do it with, cancer research and cures.
I was just going to touch on that, yeah.
They do it, with the food that we eat. They do it with just so many things, right? Like, remember growing up, like, drink milk, does your body good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now we find out, like, milk is not the greatest thing.
No,
And then, like, everything, and then over your lifetime,
Yeah.
like, everything does a 180.
Like water.
It does, yeah.
Water.
Just about water. Like what's purified water? What's
And
like,
now they're saying that the water has too much fluoride.
Yeah, so now, so after everybody drank a lot of water, now something's wrong with water.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, whatever we're drinking, now everybody's drinking coconut water.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with coconut water. It's like,
Because it might be GMO coconuts.
yeah, exactly.
You
you don't know. You can't get constantly misled.
And I think, with this, we blindly trust a lot of the things. And, Sanjay Gupta was saying, he was quoted earlier as saying, like, I didn't do the research. You really need to do your research and else. But even if we do research, who do we trust? Which research do we trust to say, like, we can't trust our friends all the time that do
So
tree.
we can't trust Pecan.
No, we can't. Because he didn't even answer your question, does it dull your senses? He didn't even answer that. He
Can I
said
tell
other
you something?
things.
I opened for Doug Benson, Canoga Park. It was a special weed show. I smoked out Doug Benson. I didn't. We just had fellowship before the show, and then I've never been that messed up like Cat Williams talking about ways in space, and I blanked out before the show. That's why I can't do it when I go on stage. I literally was a deer in headlights. I blanked out until someone yelled out, "You're messed up, man!" And I was like, "Oh my God, where am I?" That's why.
So
Doug Benson smoked some heavy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Like when you see Doug Benson, like he must be standing there in a daze, like a dude in a movie. like I'm like, how did he even get here?
Yeah.
He gets stuff offered to him from the medical places because they want to take a picture of them. So he
Right.
gets his stuff free before every show, like the strongest stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
like,
like,
he's known for that.
He's
So
known for that. Yeah.
but it works for him though. But like, let's say your average Joe or average Jane, if they're going to do tree, do you think they can drive?
Yeah, some people can.
And then right now, there's no test to confirm whether or not someone smoked tree or whether they're high. There's no actual. It's not like a breathalyzer.
The good thing is about Asians that they won't know for high.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a simple way to find out, like for an officer to find out if someone's been smoking. It's like, hey, sir, did you smoke marijuana? No. Come on, sir, did you? Okay, I did. I think that's the only thing you could really do because there's no test for it right now. And the other thing with Colorado, the problem they're gonna have in Colorado is
They can test you, right?
they can do your hair to see if you have a history of it, but they can't test you like right now to say, oh yeah, so and so is high. No, there's nothing like that right now. So they have to keep it to certain areas, but what's to prevent them from driving home?
Well, people do that now.
They do that. They do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say, this is just my personal opinion, driving on herb, which you should do anyways, is much safer than drunk driving.
Why?
I don't know. You know what? I don't remember.
And I'm ashamed to say that I've done both, but it's really bad. But yeah, no way. It's
Tell us why you think
why?
alcohol's worse than tree.
I almost killed myself drunk driving. Definitely.
That's not so bad.
That's a miss.
I mean, your multi-poo might miss you, but
But yeah, with herb, you just listen to music. Yeah, a little party in your car.
because there's a lot of benefits to it. Obviously, if you're going through chemotherapy, radiation treatments, it gives you an appetite. There's a lot of medical benefits, and this is for the people that actually have cataracts and lower back pain. Not that I'm not saying you don't have lower back
I don't
pain.
think he has it.
I definitely have lower back.
I see him lift things all the time.
Yeah.
I am married and I don't have sex. How about that? How about that illness?
That means then there's no reason for you to have lower back pain if you're not having sex. But then, because I think
he's saying his wife is his lower back pain.
They're just kidding, babe. I'll see you tonight. We're gonna do it with candles.
Because there's a lot of benefits that I think that we
When
can't
you say
deny.
babe, are you talking about weed?
Yeah, I know. Here's an interesting the thing my friend brought up, who's a huge tree proponent and user. He says, "What's the difference between if I smoke and enjoy my son while I'm smoking, as opposed to you drinking a beer while watching your son?" And I said, "You know what? You're right. There probably really is no difference between those two. But the stigma with if something happened to your son while you were high as opposed to while you were drinking a beer is probably a lot worse than, say, if you were drinking and something happened to your son. Because because it's illegal, first of all. But there really is no difference, though. But the stigma might be worse for a tree.
I mean, you'd probably go to jail if something happens to your kid.
Either way.
Like either way,
Yeah. But it's just
So-
like, oh, you were smoking tree.
Wait, Ian, I've never been. I really want to go, but in Jamaica, is it really that prevalent? Like everybody says, is it like right off the plane? And
Nah, it's same as LA.
oh, okay.
Like
But
I think in the
legal.
tourist places maybe they play that up, but it's just
But legal.
no, it's not legal.
Oh, it's not legal.
Nah, it's not legal.
Oh, I think everybody
No.
thinks it's legal. Like
It's
running
because
down-
black
I've
people
been-
just
I've been
do
asked that
things.
before, but when I lived there, it wasn't legal. So I don't think it's legal now. But I could be wrong.
Do you think it's a crutch? I mean, Walter and I, we kind of talked about last week, if a comedian is on herb while on stage all the time.
I mean, it's a crutch if you're taking alcohol on stage or cocaine or just
Anything.
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 Or if you're a hack.
How about steroids?
It's a crutch.
If
Or
you're,
a half.
do you have anyone in mind?
Because you're doing stuff that you know will work because it's already out there.
How about steroids and you're just getting buffed? Just getting ripped.
That might help you with girls after the show. Might hook you up with that.
So definitely, though, in this country, I do foresee that the legalization of marijuana. But my reason for legalizing it is not so much because I support tree like 100%. It's just more, I don't believe the government should take away something we already have.
Right.
Like, if the government said, hey, we're gonna stop selling hard liquor and only beer and wine, like, I would be up in arms. Yeah, I would change jobs.
I think a lot of Koreans would.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would change
Koreans are
jobs.
like the Irish people of Asia.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
true.
Amen. Called it.
Irish of the
We are,
East.
man. Dude, we drink so
Drink, yeah.
much.
Psy, the singer Psy was
Yeah.
like, he just had a statement. What did he say? He said he doesn't even remember not drinking. Something like that.
No, but you've drank with Koreans, right?
Nah,
Ian-
but
Ian
I've
doesn't-
interviewed
yeah.
you and I interviewed what's
You interviewed Danny. You interviewed
Danny.
me.
And
I'm too
but I've
expensive.
actually like what you do at night and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
We've hung out. Like, Ian
yeah.
doesn't drink. Ian drinks pineapple juice when we
Yeah.
go out, or cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Well, how do you take the edge off? Ian?
It's his
How-
diet.
How do I take the edge off?
Like
what
some
edge?
people drink, and some people, like when if there's stress in your life.
Yeah. What is that stress?
Yeah. I'll tell you what Ian does. Ian goes and gets a chicken burrito at Veggie Grill.
Yeah. Veggie grill chicken burrito.
Because when Ian and I go eat,
I really
let him
like
pick
the
the
crab
restaurant.
sandwich.
I'll let Ian pick the restaurant because he has certain dietary restrictions. But I think that might be why you probably don't have an edge like we might.
Nah,
Because
but
we
I wasn't always a vegan,
yeah.
and then I just built like kind of laid back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I really think diet is what kind of has you have a different disposition, or it allows you an easier time to have a different.
Nah, there's crazy
disposition.
vegans. There's like
Oh, I'm sure,
like
There's less crazy vegans, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like aggressive.
I think those guys sneak in like an actual chicken burrito or a carne asada burrito.
When they're all alone and no one's
Yeah, no one's
There's probably
watching.
vegans, yeah, that cheat on their veganness and they eat steaks.
Just
alone.
start over.
Yeah.
You start. That's true. Yeah, I always think that's a funny thing. People are like, oh yeah, no man, I cheated and I feel really bad. Just start over.
No, I've done that. You know, I tried to do my salad diet.
Your towel.
Oh, dude. So I tried to do this where I eat like just only salads, and then there'd be times I go home, and I would just get like an In-N-Out burger in my car.
See,
I don't think it's bad to cheat. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to do a diet. Say it's a diet.
No, but it's dumb when you're in your car alone and nobody can know.
and the tears are coming down your eyes as you listen to Coast 103.
when you tell us
Yeah.
that you did, you could have gotten. It's another thing you could have got away with. That and the dog.
Yeah, Ian, this argument sounds very cogent. Like you thought of this before. Is this your speech to give to your wife when you cheat on her?
Well, we was talking about burgers.
Yeah, but you know,
and salads, but like listen. Listen, I remember, you know Greg Giraldo.
Yes.
It's a comic that
Love
died.
him.
yeah,
Right? And it seemed like and I might be speaking out of turn, but it seemed like he had a battle with drugs.
yeah.
But for a person that battled drugs, he had a better career than a ton of comics
Yes.
that never had any drug problems.
That's true.
So to me, it's like to kind of like if he did commit suicide, to commit suicide because you're tired of like slipping and failing and having these binges. It's like I would look at it more like, yeah, I binged, but for the most part, I'm beating this thing. So the times that I do